Ladies and gentlemen, the P and King podcast presents King's Court. He's finally back, and it's not even to talk about football. It's not even to talk about football. I'm going to get there. I'm going to eventually make a video on football. It's fine. So, we're going to talk about some wrestling. Good old Wrestlemania is here. Night one. We didn't do predictions. I didn't do predictions because I just didn't feel like it. Man, because the card just seemed kind of weak. It seemed kind of weak because for one thing, and I'm just gonna rip them apart for this one. Why the freak can't we put the U.S. title and the IC title at Mania? Really? Why can't we do that? Godly, y'all don't want Finn Balor or Ricochet to shine in any way, shape, or form. You give them the title, make people feel good, but you ain't gonna give them a match at a pay-per-view. They gonna wrestle tomorrow night, I bet you. I mean, Monday night, not tomorrow night. No, that's right, tomorrow night. Today's Sunday. Yeah, you see, I'm kind of dressed up. Yeah, but anyway. So the card was as follows. First match, you know what? Hold on, it's hot. Yeah, we're cranking up the heat. We're cranking up the AC. So anyway. Shut up. All right. First match was the tag team match of Rick Boogs, Shinsuke Nakamura versus the Usos. So, I don't know how that match was supposed to go. It was a good match. It was a fairly good match. Fairly good opener. But I don't know how that match was supposed to finish because Boogs literally tore his quad. I'm trying to hold up both the Usos. He tore his quad, and yeah. So they quickly finished the match, and they got the heck out of there. Thoughts and prayers up for Boogs, man. I love that man, Boogs. But I hope he has a fast recovery, and I hope he gets back so he can, because maybe they were supposed to win the titles. Who knows? But, so that's pretty much that. The next match, what was the next match? Was the next match Ray and Dominic? Ray and Dominic versus... No? I feel like there was a match in between that. Drew and Corbin. Drew McIntyre versus Baron Corbin. That was the next match, I think. But, that match turned out to be better than I thought it'd be. I thought that was a pee break match. I thought that was a piss break match. I thought I was finna go take me a good old urine and come back and then I'd see the finish. But no, that match was fairly entertaining. For the first time ever, I can't believe this move was protected as much as it was. But for the first time ever, somebody kicked out of Baron Corbin's End of Days. It was wild. And the match flow was great. Drew is great. He's going to be back in the main event scene here soon. And honestly, they need to put a title on Corbin. They need, since y'all hate on Finn and what's his name, put the title on Corbin. He'll make something out of that. All right? Because nobody likes him. No one. I don't like him, but I like him. Are you kidding me? I like that I don't like him. That's Corbin. That's literally Corbin's gimmick. But, that was good. I mean, at the end, after Drew won, why you gotta slice the ropes, man? They had to replace the rope. If you was gonna do that, they should have known that this was gonna happen. They knew that this was gonna happen. But if y'all knew that this was gonna happen, why'd you cut the ropes, knowing that you had to replace them? And they said it took 10 to 15 minutes. So everybody was just sitting there for 10 to 15 minutes. Watching reviews or previews of other matches. All right, after that, I think we got Logan Paul and Miz versus Ray and Dominic. Another good match. Logan Paul did his thing. No kizzy cap. Logan Paul did his thing. I expected it. He's fairly athletic. I expected him to be at least decent. What shook me was Logan Paul and Miz winning the match. That shook me. I was like, yo, what? Yo, what? Threw me off. Threw me clean off. But was a decent. It was another good match. It was another good match. I mean, Dominic's still young. They might have to get that man. They might have to send that man to NXT. Like when Ray actually does retire, you gotta send Dom to me. You gotta send Dom to NXT so we can get some better training. Cause like, I know Ray wants to wrestle with him in a tag team and junk. But Ray, when you hang up the boot, send your son to NXT, man. He's got a lot of learning to do. All right. There's a reason that some of these dudes don't make it to the WWE until they're in their 30s. Dominic's like 23. So give him a good year in NXT and then see what happens. After that, what was after that? I know what was after that. Oh, before I get there, apologies to Woods and Kofi. That sucks. They had to get that thing cut because they were strapped for time. That sucks. But honest to goodness, does it really matter? That match didn't really mean a lot. You just wanted to be at WrestleMania. But it is what it is. Next was the moment of the night. Moment of Mania, in my opinion. I don't see anything topping this. I don't see anything tonight that's gonna top what happened last night. The return of Cody Rhodes. It was speculation. We knew he had signed. We didn't know if he was gonna be Seth's opponent. And for a half second, I started like right before they started doing the match, the setup. I mean the previews and stuff. I started getting nervous. I'm like, is it Cody? Because some news came out that Shane's there, and I'm like, and then we found out Bray is in Dallas. We're like, hold up, and then I'm just waiting, and we're just waiting, and I'm super nervous. And then they hit that first pyro before the lights go out. I'm like, what's going on? Then the lights go out, and I'm like, it ain't Bray, is it? It's like, it's not Bray. And then as soon as I heard Cody's music, I went off. As did everyone. Oh, it feels good to have Cody back. Like, you AEW folks, I'm a WWE person. All right? So I'm gonna stick with WWE for now. I'm gonna stick with WWE. But you AEW stands don't realize how monumental this actually is. Like, he was a vice president and the main co-founder of the company, along with Tony Khan, of course, because Tony Khan had the money. But main co-founder of the company, and he just left. Whatever reasons of it aside, it's the fact that he founded the company and left. Not even 5 years. Not even 3 years. 4 years. What was it? 29? When did it start? 2019? 19, 20, 3, 4 years. And he gone. And he might end up bringing some people with him in the near future. Who knows? Who knows? We might see. Like, this nigga MJF, I'm hearing that MJF's disgruntled in AEW. If we get MJF, y'all in trouble. Because MJF is a legit boy. But, yeah, so y'all don't actually understand how big that actually is. As far as the match, holy cow. The match was a banger. Like, I was lit. The whole match. Match was a complete banger. And I guess that's what I had been missing in AEW, Cody. I guess that's what I was missing. And that was great. All the way to the end. Had his little moments, had his little Stardust moment. I noticed it. The little Stardust taunt thing. Then he hit the Dusty elbow to end it off. Hit him with a crossroads. Cody wins. Great moment. He's coming back. He's back, and he's finna get a monster push. He's going to be WWE champion by SummerSlam. I'm calling it now. He's going to be WWE champion by SummerSlam, or unified champion by SummerSlam. Both. I don't know how that's gonna go. I'll talk about that tomorrow. But the unified champion, I guess, because he's going to be. There's no, they're not gonna screw this man up this heavy. All right, he wouldn't have came back if he had known that. That is built different. Like it's gonna be different this time, and he's gonna be champion by SummerSlam. I'm calling it. After that, I think we got Bianca versus Becky. Those entrances, bah! Them entrances was on point. Becky came in looking like a boss. No pun intended, Sasha. I apologize profusely. Yeah, her entrance was great, and then Bianca came in and topped it with Texas. Is it Southern Texas or Texas Southern? I think it's Texas Southern's band, and it was lit. It was lit. Both of them were lit. Match was lit. Banger. And Bianca got her revenge, as I thought she would. Because Bianca is the best female wrestler. Nah. Anybody hating on Bianca at this point, you're stupid. You might be racist. I'm not gonna cap. You might be. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna hold my peace on that one. I don't think that some people are, but anybody who doesn't find Bianca entertaining is just kidding themselves. They're stupid. They're stupid. They're dumb. They're dumb and stupid and dumb. Because that match was a banger all the way to the end. Bianca won as she should have, and that was that. You know what I'm saying? Bianca's the best. She's it. And then after that, then I had my piss break match. Which was Ronda and Charlotte. Like the match was high, I guess, from what I saw. But then again, I didn't see much. I didn't watch the first, I don't know how long the match went, but I didn't watch the first, half of it. I came in I went back in the second half and then started picking up a little bit. And I'm like, okay, we got something. And then Charlotte spears the ref. And at that point, I knew that Charlotte was winning, and I was kind of pissed. Not because I wanted Ronda to win, because honestly, I could care less. But because I wanted Charlotte to lose, basically. I wanted Charlotte to lose. I didn't care if Ronda, it's Ronda or whatever. But if this entire time the plan was to have Ronda lose to Charlotte, why couldn't we have given that spotlight to somebody else? Why couldn't we have another woman win the Royal Rumble? Why couldn't we have Sasha come back and win the Rumble? Not come back, but you know what I mean. Why couldn't Sasha have won the Rumble? Why couldn't Liv have won the Rumble? If the whole time the plan was to have the Royal Rumble winner lose to Charlotte Flair, you should have had somebody else win the Rumble. Put someone else over. I'm not hating on Ronda. I'm not. But her matches aren't spectacular. They really aren't. They're not five. They're definitely not 5 stars. They're not 4 stars. They're barely 3 stars. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then the main event. KO show featuring Stone Cold Steve Austin, which we didn't know if it was going to be a match or not going in. They just said they were going to fight. Threw me all the way off. Well, I didn't get thrown all the way off. But when they said it was going to be a match and no holds barred, I said, yo. I started getting nervous. I'm like, okay, chill. This is Steve. I've never seen Stone Cold Steven. I've never seen Stone Cold Steven wrestle live before. You're not doing this to me. And then I got even more nervous because I'm like, I don't want Steve taking major bumps. And he took a couple. He took a suplex onto the pavement. He got thrown into the goddamn ring pole. LED ring pole. So he took a few bumps. And I was surprised. And I was nervous because I'm like, I don't want Steve to get hurt. But the match was a banger. Steve can still go. At 57, my voice high as fuck. But Steve can still go at 57. And he went well. It was great. The man chugged like 30 beers while during the match, but I mean, look. It was it is. The match was a banger. The crowd was energetic the whole thing, too. They were hyped just seeing Stone Cold wrestle live. And so was I. Like, it was a surreal moment for me. It was like, so this is what it felt like when back in the 90s, man. Even though this is an old version of Stone Cold, like, this is what it felt like back then, just seeing this man do this on a weekly basis. Man. Night one overall was top tier. Like, it was really good. Especially considering how there wasn't really a lot of hype in these matches. None of these matches were really appealing outside of maybe Seth's match, because we were assuming it would be Cody and it ended up being Cody. But none of these matches had a bunch of like, oh snap, that's an elite type match type situation. And it over-delivered. Every single match over-delivered, except Ronda Charlotte. That match was not it. So we're gonna see what night two do. Night two's got to do a lot to top night one, and it's got potential, but I don't think it's gonna do it. I don't think it's gonna do it. We're gonna see what happens. Here, I'll do some quick predictions for the ones I remember. AJ Edge, I'm going Edge. AJ Edge, I'm going Edge. Triple threat tag Raw, I'm going with the Alpha Academy. Yeah. Bobby versus Omos, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Because Bobby's in a return, so you want him to win his return match. Omos been on a tear, so you don't want him to lose. They really put themselves in a no-win situation there. It's kind of a lose-lose situation. But we'll see what happens there. As far as the rest, what am I forgetting? I think I'm forgetting a few matches, but I don't care. Final match, Brock versus Roman. I'm going Roman. Roman is and will always be the tribal chief, the head of the table. The ones. We the ones. We the ones. Cluck Brock Lesnar, Roman's winning. Alright? Boom. This has been King's Court. Dressy King's Court. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Or Tuesday. Probably one of them 2 days. Peace!